Alright guys, welcome to Football Cruise on Naija Footballers TV. It's a big week for Nigerian football and arguably as well Ghanaian football, because that's a crucial fixture between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana will be coming up this week. It is match week, and of course I'm not alone in the studio. I have the guys with me as well who will do justice to that on the show today. Lamid, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Looking forward to the game. Cracking game.
Precious, Demola, how are you doing today?
Anyone, man, at this point in time, waking up every morning, reality is settling in. 2 days to this game, But yeah,
how are you feeling towards the game? What's the feeling like for you towards this game? Excited, tensed?
Obviously I'm tensed. For some reason I feel it's gonna go really well. So I just got that confidence. I think when I slept last night, I had this dream, it was just sweet and everything was just going really smoothly, So for me, I was tense at first, but that dream, just made me relaxed.
Are they for you?
I'm tense,
I don't know. It shows, it shows.
Yeah, I'm tense, and with the recent developments, which we are going to get into as we get on the show, it's more tense. But yeah, we're here. Let's talk about it.
Talking about recent developments, during the course of the week, the Ghanaian squad was finally released. I don't know how strong the squad is to face the Super Eagles, but after this quick break on the show, myself and the guys will be doing justice to that Ghana squad, and of course other developing stories as regards the Super Eagles squad and the Super Eagles camp. Stick around. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, guys. It is still Football Cruise on Naija Footballers TV, and just like before we went on the break, we were talking about the Ghanaian squad, and after such a very long time, the delay, the tactics, the mind games, the squad was finally released. Just before the squad was released as well, we were here the last time on the show, we were talking about the venue, Cape Coast Stadium, but it's confirmed now. The game is going to be played at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. Now, looking at all of this, what do you make of this? Was it mind games from the Ghanaian setup? Just before getting into the squad, was it kind of mind games from the Ghanaians as well?
Well, I believe as a federation, I would say they know what they're doing. Making the parade on the ground, I was expected to hold the game. So whatever they had set in terms of mind games, that's their own problem. But right now, I'm really excited that at least this game is still going to hold in Ghana. In front of their home fans, so
we beat them there.
Yeah, exactly. That what's the word? That enigma, that feeling, that Nigerian Ghana feeling is gonna be there. So that's really what we're looking forward to now. So, because obviously, if he had been moved somewhere else, it will still be Ghana away from home. Yeah. But yeah, looking at that now, it puts that spice to the to the fixture. So that's just the most important thing.
Listening to Ghanaians across the social media platforms for this game, they seem to be confident with this game being played in Kumasi. More than that the Accra, which it was initially. Do you think this might make any difference moving the game?
For me personally, I just think they are trying to portray the whole confidence thing in front of Nigerians. Yeah, they are absolutely not confident at all. That is just
that's a hard
one. Look at it and they'll be like, we need to tell this. We need to act strong. Deep down, they are literally scared, because I think this squad. This is not me taking it away from Ghana, but I just think this squad on a norm. If it was not Nigeria, Ghana, if it was just random teams you saw and you picked together and you were like, who would win? Who should win? It's a no-brainer. But then again, it's a derby. A rivalry, not necessarily a derby.
I like the squad. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, and it's a young squad actually. A lot of changes
rolling them.
No, I'm serious with it. It's young squad. You could feel the new technical team. You could feel their impact in this squad. Some couple of players who have not been in the team before, the likes of Felix Afenagian. I don't know how much of a threat it's going to be. This is his first call to the national team as well. So some couple of interesting names as well. Jordan Ayew thought was going to be out, but they came out and said he's tested negative, and as well is in the squad. So for me, it's quite impressive and really young. But is this enough to get one over the Super Eagles? I don't know.
On paper, it shouldn't. It shouldn't even be. It shouldn't be a competition.
I'm not going to sit here and act like there are no threatening names there. You look at the likes of Daniel Amate, Thomas Partey.
Did him dirty.
For them to be in the level that they are alone, it shows how far they've come. So it's not, for me, it's not an equally matched thing. You know, if you ask me, I feel like all the pressure will be on Super Eagles to see out this
Exactly.
one. Definitely. But kudos to them, at least where you pointed out the fact that they are bringing new legs and stuff like that. Things like that contributes to their own future, you know, in terms of national football anyways. But yeah, looking forward to see how this one will go down.
All right, so from the Ghanaian squad now, let's come to the Super Eagles squad now. You know, we've got some couple of casualties in our squad. First, it was Wilfred Ndidi. He pulled out of the squad, injured, and there are reports that he might likely be out for the whole of the season.
Wow.
Now, how big of a miss would this be, Wilfred Ndidi? That's taking away, you know, the major part of the spine of the Super Eagles national team. So, how big of a miss will be Wilfred Ndidi pulling out of the squad?
You know what? I think it was one of those players that were just that if we had an opportunity to literally start every Nigerian game, you know, it would be that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Osimhen is of course, but I think Ndidi, because the drop in quality, from Ndidi to the next guy is massive. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Etebo and Onyeka and the likes, but that drop in quality is ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. So that's the problem. That is a major problem, because Partey, like we said the last time, has just, I don't know whether I don't know what's happening to this guy. He's probably playing his best football in Arsenal right now. So I think that is a worry for us.
This is the worst news Super Eagles have heard in a while. Trust me. In recent times, we've had issues with our midfield. We're not even going to sit here and pretend like that. And this happening, you know, prior to such a game, like I said, you know, when you asked me about how I'm feeling towards the game, you know, it's made the intensity worse. I don't even know how things are going to be sorted out, and it boils down to whoever is going to be, you know, to replace him per se, you know, as a starter. Can you give us what Ndidi gives us? That's a really $1 million question. He's pointed out Thomas Partey's form. You know, things like this at the end of the day, because there is something we call a midfield battle.
Yeah.
Back and forth, attack to defense. So this is really worrying, you know. So then with something like this happening, we are going to need more help around other areas of the pitch, because a strong force is missing right now. So more pressure on us actually.
You know, let's talk about his replacement now.
Calm down.
It's really tense. I can see that. You know, let's talk about his replacement now. Innocent Bonke is a player that has been drafted in to replace Wilfred Ndidi. Like for like, did you see that coming? Remember, Bonke is not on the standby as well. You know, we thought Onazi was going to come in because he was the only midfielder on the standby list, but now we have Innocent Bonke, who is coming in as a replacement. What do you make of Innocent Bonke as a player coming in to replace Ndidi?
I mean, like I said, the drop in quality is ridiculous. And for me, Bonke is no. See, we need to realize that last time we played without Ndidi in a competitive game,
we were excited when Bonke came into the scene.
We lost to, I think, was it Cape Verde or Central African Republic in Nigeria? You know, we lost. That was the last time Ndidi played for us. That was the last time we played a game that Ndidi did not play. Yeah. We lost against Central African Republic. So we need to realize that, like I said, dropping quality is massive, but
it's been part of the team, like, you know.
It's not okay. So maybe when we go into the show, deep into the show, I'll tell you why I think about my team and the balance. Why I still feel Bonke. Yeah, I mean, it's better than Onazi. I think they came back to their senses with the Onazi stuff.
I don't know. For me, it's looking at, you know, the favorite to start that game ahead of the likes of Onyeka, Etebo. You know, my worry for me about Bonke is I don't know. Should I say Raz? He picks up cards. I call him the Nigerian Granny Shaka. He picks up yellow cards and he's combative. He loves to go on the tackle. So he needs to cut that down a bit. That's just my worry about Bonke. So for me, I just think he might just be the likely player to start that game.
When he busted onto the scene, Nigerians had this little excitement. You know, it was the skill sets we know that he was bringing. But then for something like this now, it's down to him to redeem himself, to redeem that name. Ndidi is not going to be available. Bonke, are you going to step up to the plate? Are you going to step up to the stage, on the big stage now? Show us what you can do. And this will either make or mar his Super Eagles
career moving forward.
That's it.
You know, Bonke has been called in, drafted in. Now, another casualty we have on the squad is Maduka Okoye. You know, he's.
Not sure, say no.
You know, I find it funny how Nigerians, come out to say he's scared of the game due to what happened before. I don't buy that. Actually,
very unintelligent.
He's a professional. You don't expect Maduka Okoye to pull out of such a crucial feature. Yes, we know what he faced during the AFCON. We saw the backlash from the fans. If myself, I won't fault him for that goal, but let's not go back to that. But I mean, he's not in the squad now. He won't play in this game due to illness. And John Noble, the guy from Eimba, has been drafted in. Now, Maduka Okoye, a lot of people have come out to say, well, good riddance, good news. Thank God Uzoho will get to start. Are you one of those people who feel Maduka Okoye won't be missed?
I mean, if we flash back to one of my first episodes on the show, I was saying I'm not outrightly going to drop Maduka because, there was a howler in the AFCON. No. But it's just more of a situation where I would say, okay, Maduka, why don't you just step down a bit and let's see some more of Francis, because if you remember, like I said, in the World Cup, it wasn't like Francis Uzo, had a bad performance for us to say, okay, you know what, we don't want you again, Maduka going. It was more of, okay, Maduka, come here, let's see what you got. So I think that's been it's been a long span already. We're in 2022 now. So I was really keen to see what Francis will bring, onto a tournament or a game like this. So, but yeah, talking about Noble, I think it's not like we have a lot of goalkeepers around Europe, but bringing on someone from the local league, I think it's quite encouraging. It says a lot. So really keen to see that one as well.
Is Maduka Okoye a big miss for you, Lamid?
Okay, so unlike the situation and the drop in quality, I think there's not much of a difference, personally, between Maduka and Uzo. I think we can do without Maduka.
You can include him in the spine of this team. He's been the first choice goalkeeper for a couple of games now, games upon games. You could say he's the first choice goalkeeper. He's not.
I mean, like I said, he's the first choice goalkeeper, but we cannot categorically say he's better than Uzo. Like, you cannot tell me Maduka is a better goalkeeper.
But what's strong? But when you look at,
and I can't say Uzo is better.
When you look at the form he would have come in with, about 4 games. Keeping clean sheets back to back, he was like shutting Nigerians up about what happened in the AFCON. Yeah. So I was really keen to see. So hearing that news literally broke my heart. But like I said, maybe this could be a redeemer for Uzo. You never
let us down. So what is he? Uzo has
that's like I said. Yeah, it's not like he has actually let us down. So, but like maybe cements his place again as number one
goalkeeper.
Yeah. But for that to happen, Ghana needs to have a good attack anyways.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm not taking jabs at Ghanaians, but I don't think any of the goalkeepers will be scared of Jordan Ayew. Like, this is Jordan Ayew. We watch the Premier League every time. I don't think that guy has scored 10 goals in the last 1 year. So come on, there's nothing. Those guys
quite a few number of Ghanaians trying to convince as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Ayew, like I said, Maduka Okoye, I mean, really sorry for him personally, but like I said, I don't think there's much of a difference between him and Uzo.
Alright, aside the casualties we've reported for this game, Maduka Okoye indeed pulling out, some positives to take was the form of some of our players heading into this fixture. I mean, we saw Osimhen score a brace for Napoli, back-to-back braces now.
I don't know if I should bury my head right now, but
you should actually. You should. But I mean, the form heading into this fixture, we saw Igalo score a hat-trick for his club side as well. It will be, even though he's not going to be part of the team. I mean, scored his first goal in such a very long time. Akin Kumi Amao as well got his first goal for his new team. I mean, heading into camp, just before that goal, he made his debut, was scored into the squad, and now you got your first goal. The excitement for some of our players heading into camp, how big of a positive is that heading into this game?
I mean, it's a very big positive. I think when we say our players are informed compared to the Ghanaians, I think we'll be right.
Yeah.
Because we are in some... and we've been like, I think there's this positive vibe, especially to our attackers in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
As I'm concerned, they just absolutely
varieties of options. As well.
I mean, the options are just ridiculous. The fact that the top, probably the best player in Turkey is never considered. It shows the level of quality in the Super Eagles. So I think that's a big positive for us.
I think for you, how big was the positive? Osimhen, scoring, brace again, Igalo.
I'll be damned not to want Osimhen right now. you know, are you about to say something?
No, yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer to want him right now. The headmaster has been, you know, he's been really prolific, and it flashes me back to one of the battles we had here in the studio as to how the crosses need to be worked on right now.
Yeah.
You know, because he's crazy up there. You know, once he elevates, you know, stuff like that. And looking at, you know, the newbies, the Lookmans, the Amo, I think singling Amo out, I'm really excited. I think he's the one I'm most excited to see. You know, I'm really keen to see how.
He's probably not going to get a game.
I don't think he will as well.
But we can look at that sort of, say, an 80th minute coming, 75th minute
Depends
coming.
on how the game
Yeah,
is going.
depends. But, you know, these are the kind of situations where, you know, a manager might just say, okay, you know what,
come in. Yeah.
You never really know how the first 70 minutes will be. Maybe Nigeria has secured it already, even. So, okay, you know what, bring the boys and let's see.
Time, yeah.
So, but I'm really excited. These are things, you know, really encouraging. So, yeah, definitely.
So, guys, what is your preferred setup for this game? The first leg comes up first in Kumasi before the game in Nigeria. What would be your preferred setup? What do you want to see? What are your should I say preferred formation, or who are the players you want to see prosecute this game for the Super Eagles in Kumasi?
I think the worst mistake we as a nation can make in this is to sit back. We don't want to do that because, first of all,
you think we should go all out in Kumasi?
Definitely, but we shouldn't lack sense of defense. From time as an individual, I'm not one to be critical of Nigeria's gameplay because most times I just want to enjoy beautiful football. Prior to the game against Tunisia, we were really enjoying the wing play, and we cannot rule that out now. Also, looking at the fact about how terrific Osimhen has been, you know, in terms of aerial threats, you know, stuff like that. But I would want to implore Augustine that he needs to bring an arsenal of, shall I say, tactics or movements in this one. The last thing he wants to do is to come in with one. So it's all fluidity matters really. Yeah, they need to enjoy the game. They need to play together, and you know, it's all going to sort itself out. Definitely.
Lamid, for you, do you agree? Do you think we should just be cautious in our play? Actually, you know, sit back. I mean, we're going to Kumasi.
Yeah.
You know, just get the much in their result. But you know, what do you want to see from the Super Eagles in that game?
Okay, yeah. So what I want to see is, so I kind of understand what he's saying, but I think we also need to realize that in this kind of games, personally, when the referee blows the whistle, I feel tactics, I feel ideas, those things go out of the window. Personally, it is who wants it the most.
Because reality has now set
this
in,
is, like I said, this is a rivalry. These guys, we don't need to start telling these Nigerian players that, see, you can lose to anybody, it's not with Ghana.
Yeah, I think they know. They know.
You get what I'm saying? So I believe there are some games that way that you can't believe. Is it tactics? Yeah, you can try everything on the training ground out, but when you start the match, players, you need to start asking them questions like, how much do you want it? How much do you want it? You know, how much do you really want this? Or similar, like, how much do you want this Aribo? You guys will need to do a lot of sacrificing. So for me personally, I think it goes way beyond tactics. I think it is the mentality of each and every one of these players. You know, what can you guys give? Because now this is crunch time. You know, Igbavon can tell you everything on the planet Earth, but when is driving into the box, are you going to let him there? Are you going to pursue him? Just basic things, and I've always been a fan of that. I mean, tactics is great, but you know, working hard for me, number one, just has to come first before you start talking about tactics. So for me, just work hard. And
when Chris Shooting was speaking for his Ghanaian side, you know, on the podcast, you could hear that it was more about mentals compared to how he feels Ghana should play.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he was talking about how we are Ghana, we're going to do this, you know, we want to go to the world stage, you know, stuff like that. So sometimes rather than, you know, a manager wasting time on tactics, how about sometimes just prepare them mentally, you know, and make them realize that there are 200 plus million people, you know, out there wanting to see you guys in Qatar in December. You guys, so yeah.
No, the problem I even have.
I think who wants it more
Yeah,
is
that's it.
going to get it.
Mentals.
Yeah.
I think the
Mentals.
problem I even have is, okay, if I had to, okay, so I think we need to show them a little bit of respect. We don't need to get in our heads and think that, oh, it is Ghana, we can ride over
Yep.
them, you know. The midfield is where I have a problem, and I think this is the time where we need to sacrifice Iheanacho. Because a lot of our
By
games under,
sacrifice, you mean?
when I mean Iheanacho needs to go down, we should literally play a 4-3-3, flat 3 midfielders.
So
Like
who are the midfielders for you?
Etebo, I mean, okay, so I'll go with Etebo, Onyeka, and Aribo. Okay, so those guys are like flat midfielders. Then we'll probably put Osimhen. And where I have the problem is that among the attackers here in the national team, Osimhen has probably been the only guy in the past few years that you could rely on when it comes to goals. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, we need to sacrifice the Iheanacho because it doesn't do much for the team, if you're very honest. Like, he scores goals at times, but his overall play is still very, very questionable. So I think we need to sacrifice Iheanacho personally for this game. And if we need to add wingers, we need to add wingers with goal threat. Moses Simon for the national team again is a suspect. He had a fantastic
He has to start for me.
But he has
He's
to
the
start. That's
favorite
what-
to start.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, he has to start. But then again, if you are starting Moses Simon, Osimhen, you need to also start that other position. I think personally is going to be a really big issue. I think that's going to be a deciding factor. If we stick to Chukwueze, that might be a problem.
You know, those are the favorites to start for me. You know, Moses
Yeah.
Simon, Osimhen, Chukwueze. We just need to, you know, do more. Just, you know, getting the
In
supplies
that case, I
to
think
Victor
Iheanacho will
Osimhen.
start. If they play it that
No,
way,
a lot of-
I know them.
A lot of Nigerians are skeptical
Probably
about
start.
Samuel
Chukwueze, yeah?
definitely. I'm not even going to sit here and walk back on his club form. But yeah, like you said, there are way more options to look out for compared to what we feel traditionally should be done.
If you don't play Chukwueze, who do you
We
play in
need
this
to have a
position?
goal threat. in
Do
the
you
league.
want to bring him on and Dennis straight up? You
I
know,
personally think
Mano
Dennis should
Dennis.
start, but I would
Mano Dennis.
understand if he doesn't start. You know, like, okay, I think Dennis should start, but I'll get it. But
Not so many
Not
Nigerians
Chukwueze.
would disagree that Dennis should start ahead of Chukwueze.
big, you know, looking at his club form, you know, bringing that. But I don't think he's going to start if you ask me, because Chukwueze is going to get the nod ahead of him and Dennis. But like I said, we don't know the choice of the manager.
I
We
think
don't know who's going
the
to
only
get it
difference for
running.
me is personally opinionated. Someone else might not share this. When I watch Dennis on club in Watford, I feel like he doesn't necessarily play for the other forwards, you know, out there. You know, he just wants to do his own thing on the wing, and whatever comes out. I feel like Chukwueze is more of that. He has that synergy. He wants to play with the guys up front.
Yeah.
But in terms of end product, you know, Dennis
Brings
actually,
it.
yeah.
All right, guys, quickly before we wrap up on the show, predictions from me. I'm going to go 1-0 in favor of the Super Eagles. It's going to be a tight game, but the Super Eagles are going to get one over Ghana in Kumasi. 1-0 for me in favor of the Super Eagles. What are your predictions?
I mean, I go 2-1 for us. 2-1.
And Ademola, for
As
you.
a fan or as an analyst?
I don't know whichever way you want to pick.
No,
Look at it. Just a prediction.
I'll take on both. Obviously, I'm a Nigerian. As a fan, yeah, I'll go for a 2-1.
Are you? Yeah. just
But-
saying.
Analyzing this whole thing, seeing everything in context, they're at home. They're not going to sleep. I think a 2-2.
2-2.
I think they'll come, and I just can't pray we don't see that lacklusterness from Super Eagles. Trust me.
We all
know how it works.
We all pray we don't see that from the Super
So
Eagles as well.
yeah. Analytical from point of view, I'll go for a 2-2.
All right, so you've heard from the guys. Those are the predictions for the game. We are keenly looking forward to that game in Kumasi. First leg, Ghana against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You know, keep it locked with us on Naija Footballers for every update and build up to that game. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for premium Nigerian football content. We are Naija Footballers, and until we come away again next time, guys, keep cruising.